everybody, welcome to Margaret Being Margaret. It is Friday night. I have to live through one more day of my long working week. It has been pretty much exhilarating. I'm exhausted. I want to go to bed and it's 6 o'clock in the evening. I have to force myself to stay up a couple more hours so that I'm not up at 4. Tomorrow is the last day before my salon coordinator Bree comes back next week and takes a little of the pressure off. I've been pleasantly surprised that I can still do it, and the things that I used to love to do in the office it's been fun for me. That's been a nice surprise. One of the things I wanted to tell you, I love my haircut. I really thought I went too short, but I didn't. And a couple people have mentioned they like it better shorter. I look younger. We like that. And a couple people mentioned they wish I'd go shorter on top. That's not going to happen because then it looks neat. I do not like looking neat. I really feel that ages me. Not everybody, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, this is as neat as it's going to get. And the glasses are up, so right now it's probably a mess. I haven't even looked in the mirror since I got home. My Chelsea, the girl that's on maternity leave, has been stopping in once a week just to visit, just to talk, and she's a good friend, so that brings a smile to my face that she didn't just, go on leave and disappear. She has another week or two left before we see a baby, so I'm excited for her and selfishly for me because it's just a fun time. Other good things, it's the little things in life, isn't it? I was on Facebook and or YouTube, I don't know, but saw a recipe, easy for me, of getting canned apples like apple pie filling and Jiffy mix, which that's ancient, and just mixing it with nothing else and sticking it in the oven. I could do that. Now I forgot to film it just in case I couldn't. It was on my mind all night the other night, so I finally got up, went to Hannaford's in the morning and got just those things. Got in the checkout line. They tried to ring up the can of apple slices. It wouldn't ring up, so the girl yelled for a price check, and one of the front end managers said, "Just give it to her, we're busy." Score, made my day. It was probably $2 at the most, but wasn't that nice? That was a nice surprise. And I did make I don't know what you'd call it, an apple cake more or less, and it's super, super sweet, so it's right up my alley, and I'm loving it. Way too sweet for the rest of you. You'd hate it. Other thing that was just so nice, gentleman was in, younger kid, maybe in his 30s, and I don't really know him, but as he was getting ready to leave, he kind of caught my eye and said, "I wanted to tell you, I just came back from Zion National Park in Utah, and I know that you love it. I've heard you talk about it, so I wanted to tell you a little bit about the trip." How nice. So we just talked for a couple minutes, and again, people are so wonderful if you give them a chance, aren't they? It was just thoughtful. I only mentioned that I've been saying a lot lately how miserable I am that I'm still working, and I know I've been doing it at the salon, and I kept thinking, you gotta knock it off, Margaret. That's not nice. The old Margaret, who was more professional, would have killed me for this. But nobody said anything, and I'm doing that. I hate it. I want to go home. I don't want to be here. I want to retire. Night before last, as we were getting ready to close, and it's been a long day, I was sitting with Michelle, that's been with me for 22 years, Yvonne, who's been with me for 37, Sarah, who's been there a couple, and they would just ask me what's going on because of my brain. I was just saying, I'm miserable. And Michelle was so good because she was asking if there was anything that they were doing wrong that they should be helping with. And I told them a couple of things bothering me. But it really boiled down to, I'm just very, very, very scared about leaving the salon. Personally, for me, leaving it is going to be hard. But hoping that it still runs well is scaring me to death. And I got to say those things, and they got to ask some questions and hear my concerns, and a lot of my concerns I could hear as I was saying them was just me over worrying. It was so good because Michelle just looked at me and said, "I gotta say this," and she's my honest sometimes hurtfully honest, but always good intention, and told me how badly I was behaving, how bad it was that I was talking about how much I hate the salon and it's not fair to our guests and the girls don't like to hear it. I was so pleased because I said, you know, Michelle, excuse my language, I've been waiting for somebody to call me on my shit because I haven't been able to stop. Thank you. It made a big difference. I was pleased about it. And I'm in there the last 2 days being nice as can be. And Michelle's just got a little smile on her face. For me to have people that will take me on, especially people that I employ, because I think that would be difficult if I were on the other side. But they call me on it. They don't let me get away with it. And they reel me back in, which anybody else who's been self-employed knows. You don't have people to reel you back in. You can, at least me, I can go on a tear quite easily. So I was thrilled that she did that. A couple days ago, I had a first-time guest in the salon, and it turned out to be one of my cousins that I haven't seen for quite a few years. We got to catch up for a couple minutes. That's always nice. So I was thrilled to get to see her. And last night was one of my sisters, my sister Bernie, had her hair appointment, which is always great for me because I get to pull up a chair and just visit with her for 45 minutes or so. So the salon is very good for keeping me in touch with my peoples. I got a call today at the salon, and the woman said, she was looking for an appointment, but she said, hey Margaret, I have to tell you, I've been watching your channel. I thought it was going to be boring, and I'm surprised because it's not. All right, Kathy, there's a compliment in there somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. That just made me laugh. I said, Kathy, I've been called a lot of things, never boring. So I'm glad that you're watching. I just want you to know you brought a smile to my face. Today, I was in the salon near the front, looked up, and there was somebody looking in the window to see if I was there, and it was my friend Chris. He and his wife Patty are good friends of mine, and he was going by and just wanted to stop in and say hello. And again, so meaningful. Didn't have to. Visited for 10 minutes. My life is full of good people. What the heck is going on? I don't know, but boy, am I grateful. I've had just a dynamite week. Busy. My days have been flying by. I really and truly am exhausted, but I got no complaints. I got no complaints at all. I hope you're all having a good week. I hope that you're finding the little things that make you happy as much as I am, because for me lately, they've been around every corner, and that's a big change in my life. For now, just wanted to check in, wanted to say hi, tell you all I'm alive, have been thinking of you. It's going to rain here all weekend, so I may get to just sit and chat a little bit once I nap for about 10 hours. Everybody take care. Have a good one. Thanks a lot.